Welcome to Outlaw Woodworking. Today we take the Bobcat E50 excavator and we go out and remove one of our biggest rocks yet. And when I first saw this rock a couple days ago, I really didn't think I'd be able to get it out. But luckily this big rock came out in 4 pieces, and you can see right here how big they were. Anyway, let's get started. Right here you can see some of the big rocks that I'm picking up with this excavator. And if you balance yourself right, you can actually drag them out of there pretty good. I haven't ran into one that I couldn't get out of there, although this rock that you're about to see was the biggest one that I've ever encountered. And here's 4, you can see the pieces of this rock. So that was a piece right there of this big rock. So that's about a quarter of what the size of it. I got really lucky, and this rock came apart, and it was in the side of this ledge right here, which is basically right in the middle of my footing, my future footing if I ever get down that far. And the Bobcat E50, this particular one, has a nice thumb on it, and it's able to grab them pretty good. Although lifting capacity, I forget what it is, but you basically just, you can lift and then pull it towards you and then balance yourself on the machine. So today I spend the day pretty much moving these rocks around and then getting in there and getting this big one out of this corner of this lot. That's basically the right front of my garage was where this big rock was. And you can see that, even though this is a lot of fun, this garage pad where I'm putting this garage has been really difficult because of the rocks. There's more rocks than there is dirt. So you not only struggle digging through it, but you also struggle moving the dirt around. And basically what I try to do is get the piles. There you can see another pieces of that rock. These were nice rectangle rocks, so I'm definitely going to use those in landscaping. Anyway, what I do is I just keep digging around where this big rock is to get it loose, to get it out of there. And that seemed to work pretty good. I do notice that I'm going through a lot of these teeth on my bucket. I've been putting fork teeth on the outside and pointed teeth in the middle. And this is the 3rd set since I started work on this pad. And I think this is I've probably worked on this garage pad, by myself for about, I would say 10 days now. And although, it does seem like, wow, am I ever going to get across this pad? It is fun, and as long as the weather's really nice, I enjoy it, so it doesn't matter how long it takes. Although, every time I'm out there, I dream of having a big dozer to just doze this whole mountain off. But anyway, I've tried to dig through this mess and separate as many of these big rocks as I can, because each time you move these big rocks, it's you better move it in the direction that you want to eventually have it. And those big ones, I tend to use those for landscaping. You can use them for retaining walls or borders on property or whatever, entryways. So those, even though they're hard to get out of there, they are going to be nice to have later on. I did someone actually wanted to buy some of them, but I don't know. I started thinking about that, and I started thinking about, how hard these rocks were just to get out of there. And, what price tag could you put on the really nice ones? They'd have to be pretty expensive. But we'll see. I have a lot of rocks, so it's very possible I might sell some of them. Here's a really nice one, and you can see you could build something with that. It was almost a perfect rectangle too. And I think I took out about 4 of those size pieces. I like the shots. Look how big that piece is. I like these shots with the drone. Basically what I did, I just set the drone up there and I put it on tracking, and it does a pretty good job following the Bobcat back and forth. As long as you don't mess around with the controls, you just leave it alone, it'll be your own little cameraman. Look how big some of these pieces are. That was the back side of that big rock. It came out in two pieces that basically that same size. And they were pretty nice. I say nice, but when I first looked at that rock, I really said, holy shit, how am I going to get that out of there? And I was, I just told myself this morning I'm going down there and getting that big rock out. There's another piece of it right there. That's crazy how big that thing is. But I was happy I was able to get it out, and yeah, another successful day. I try to take out, this has been a pretty big project for me by myself, so I just try to go down there and just do as much as I can each day, taking out little bites of this pad. And basically that level where you see the Bobcat right now, that's the pad. So I need to remove that whole upper section of dirt out of there. Otherwise my driveway will be higher than my garage, and don't want that. Definitely want water sloping away from the garage. But it doesn't matter how long it takes, and it's good fun. So actually I would like to get the foundation in pretty soon, but at the rate I'm going, I've concluded that it could be a little longer than I thought. Look at that piece right there. That's another really big piece. It actually split in half, which was really lucky. See that piece right there split in half, and it's still huge. There's the other side of it right there. These chunks are just massive chunks. Thanks for watching this episode of Outlaw Woodworking. I hope you enjoyed the video. I tried to include a little bit of drone footage and then a little bit of video from the Canon M50.